So this is part 2 of looking at circles in the coordinate plane, and we are going to use the center and a point to write our standard equation. So if we have the center and a point, we can graph it. We can also find it algebraically, so we'll do it algebraically and then go from there. So our center, -1, -4, hk. And when we have our standard form here, y minus k squared equals r. This shows me that I have h and k, and I am missing, and I should have written r squared there. We'll write the squared. I am missing the r squared when I look at what I'm given here. But instead I'm given a point, which is x comma y. So what I'm going to do is plug in x and y and h and k. So my general form, x minus a -1, so plus 1 squared, plus y minus a -4, so plus 4 squared equals r squared, because I didn't have a radius. Now I'm given x and y, so I plug those in. So instead of having x, I'm going to have -4 plus 1 squared plus y, which is 0 plus 4 squared, equals r squared. So now, once I've plugged in my h and k and my x and y, all I'm looking for, the only variable I have, is r squared, which is the radius that I was looking for initially. So -4 plus 1, so it's -3 squared plus 4 squared equals r squared. And I got to figure out what this radius squared is going to be. So it's 9 plus 16. So r squared is 25. I actually won't need r. I can just use r squared because that's what goes into the equation. So my final answer for my equation that passes through -4, 0 and has a center at -1, -4 is x plus 1 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 25. So I had to plug in x and y into my general form. Second example, same idea. It passes, so we're given the center and a point that it passes through. So I'm given h and k, and I also have x and y here. So if I were to write just standard form, it'd be x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3, because we have a minus 3 there, squared, equals the radius squared. I am missing r squared. So I can plug x and y in, because in a point we have x comma y, and I plug in 2 minus 1 squared plus 2 plus 3 squared, give me r squared. So I get 1 squared plus 5 squared. So now it's 1 plus 25 equals r squared. So r squared is 26, meaning when I write the equation here, it's x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals not r squared anymore. I know what r squared is. It's 26. So this is the equation of a line that has a center at 1, -3. I can see the 1, -3, and now the radius squared is 26.